Right then, so we have looked at the advantages and disadvantages of direct democracy. What we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at the advantages and disadvantages of representative democracy. So representative democracy is what the UK and the US are. We live in representative democracies. It's where we have representatives, members of parliament in the UK, who make decisions on our behalf. So as a constituent of the Central York constituency, Rachel Maskell is my representative, and the people of York Central decided in the last general election that she should make political decisions on York's behalf. So first of all, the advantages of representative democracy. The first advantage is it allows for a number of different ideas to be heard. A range of views are represented as constituencies from up and down the country elect their representatives. So it's a pluralist democracy. A range of views are represented. A range of views can be heard as we go through it. The second advantage of representative democracy is that as we elect those representatives, we have people who have a certain amount of expertise, who can commit time to making those decisions. So professional politicians know more about politics than ordinary people do, because they can devote time to it, they can immerse themselves in the issues, they can become experts on all of the issues that they need to be. And it's better having people who know something about what is going on make decisions than people who don't, despite Michael Gove's very famous claim that they've had enough of experts. Thirdly, decision makers are accountable to the people. So if the people of York Central don't like what Rachel Maskell is doing, they don't like the party that she represents, the Labour Party, they choose a different representative at the next election. So this happened in 2019. My hometown constituency is Redcar. Redcar, you would say, was part of Labour's Red Wall. Yet the people of Redcar in the last general election grew fed up with Rachel Maskell. It was a Leave constituency with a Remain Member of Parliament, so they didn't vote for her, and Labour elected a Conservative MP. This happened in a lot of Labour constituencies, the collapse of the so-called Red Wall. So decision makers are accountable to us, not just at elections, but they hold regular surgeries when we can turn up and we can challenge them on the way that they have voted in Parliament. So we can get rid of them, they're accountable to us. So they're not just elected and given a free rein to do what they want for life. And finally, we have that local representative. We have our Member of Parliament, and we can see them and we can raise our concerns with them. We can challenge the decisions they've made. There are ways in between elections. They hold regular surgeries, regular meetings with their constituents, where we can turn up, meet them and challenge them. So those are the advantages. The disadvantages, it's a system which has been linked to elitism, particularly in recent years. This has made massive inroads in recent years in the United States. It perhaps explains the election of Donald Trump as the President of the United States. It's argued that there is a political class. Our representatives are drawn from a very narrow group, and they hold the power, not the people. And they've been accused of making decisions that are unrepresentative of the rest of the country. We can refer back to Parliament frustrating attempts by Theresa May's government to leave the European Union, and not acting in the best interests of the people. Like I say, populism is growing now in the United Kingdom, but more so in the United States with Donald Trump. The second disadvantage is there aren't too many opportunities for us to participate, mainly general elections. But in between general elections, we can't participate unless there is a referendum. And although referendums are becoming more frequent, they're still not asked very often. And the final disadvantage is it is less clear that decisions have legitimacy. So quite often decisions can be made by our representatives at Westminster, but are they legitimate? Are they popular? Do they have the consent of the people? Without a referendum, and by using as conduit of a representative, it's not always clear that they are. So those are the advantages and disadvantages of representative democracy, which we'll discuss next week.